Okay, so this is card number 2 in my Dahlia Day series. I hope you are enjoyed the first one. We don't need that. And so I'm going to show you how I made it. It's really simple, guys, and you'll love it. This is a quick and easy card, and the slimline cards are really in style right now. They're real popular. So they came out a long time ago, but they come back every so many years, and so it's kind of fun to do them. And I am using Misty Moonlight, one of my favorite colors, and it will be one that is retiring this year unless Stampin' Up! Decides to bring it in as a permanent color, which I wouldn't mind at all. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take my spoon, which you will find in your packet, and clean off my stamp pad just by going like that, just rubbing it down. So Stampin' Up!, when they design these pads, they know that we need to keep our pads upside down. So you see my Memento pad is always upside down so that the ink will come to the top of the pad. But Stampin' Up! Designed them so when you close them, watch what happens. It flips over, and so now your pad is bringing the ink to the top of the pad automatically. So when you open them up, the ink is right there, which is typically what we want. We want a lot of ink, and we want it right at the top so that our stamps ink real nice and thorough. But this stamp is a distinctive stamp, and so when you ink it, if it's got too much ink, it comes out really kind of speckled and blobby looking, and it's not a very pretty image. So I am cleaning that off there. And let me just make sure that my stamp here is clean. It's kind of messy looking right now. So let's get that cleaned off real good. And we'll give it a stamp. Just want to make sure there's no pink on there. It's good. Okay, so we're going to ink, tap, tap, tap. You do not press your stamp into your ink pad. You just kind of tap it. And so we're just going to we're going to stamp randomly. Oh, that's a gorgeous stamping. That's beautiful. Look at that flower. It is so pretty. And I'm going to do it 3 times on the right. And this last one, I want to really get most of the flower down here. Just get a good stamping right there with most of it on the paper. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm just going to, and when you stamp, make sure that you ink the entire stamp when you're going off the edge, because otherwise your next stamping will be not nice, for sure. Okay? And one more time, it will be good. And I'm just going to go right in here. Right there. All right, those are beautiful flowers, aren't they? Okay, now you're going to take your mask. And guys, I do these videos backwards, so by the time I get to the video number 1 and 2, my mask is really, really worn. Look at that thing. But it still works. So we're going to take our mask, and we're going to stamp our leaves, and we're going to stamp that in soft succulent, because our bow and everything are in soft succulent. So we'll do that. Okay, so now you've got to find a flower. So here's a tiny skinny one. That is that one. Nope. There's another tiny skinny one over here. And so what you want to do is you want to line it up, but you want to line it up just short. So you want a little bit of that blue to show through. Okay, and I'm just going to check that out, and it's stamping very nicely. And so I'm just going to, and you want to press really hard because you have 2 different layers. And good. Okay, now I'm going to move my mask up to the next one on the left here. And if you stamp with your flower, all go in the same direction. It sure makes it easier, but I never seem to do that. Okay, so let's find this flower. It's got a skinny one, so maybe this one. Yep. And you will become very familiar with this flower before you're done with this set of cards. So I'm just going to give it a little stamping right in here. Do I want to go there? So my tag is going to come down this area. So I'm going to just go ahead and go there. Okay, and I think I need to clean this pad. Let me wipe my spoon off. And let's clean this pad down a little bit because it is kind of blotchy a little bit. I didn't think it was going to be. So, and you know, we stamp mostly in the center, so our outside edges are always have more ink than the centers do. So, okay, let's find this little guy here. Right there is a funny little one. So you just pick a funny looking one and see where it lines up, and then you can adjust your mask as to where you're going to stamp. So here I have got, I'm a little bit high because I'm going to go at the top there. So I'm just going to come down a little bit, just so I see a tiny bit of blue on the edge. And I'm going to go right there. And then I am going to try to go twice up here. So this is right here. And I'm going to go right in between those two. Whoops, turn that leaf around where it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to adjust my mask a little bit because over there it's not quite right. And so I want to focus on the area where I'm going to stamp. And I'm just going to put a couple of little leaves coming out there. Okay, there we go. Easy, super simple, and I love it. And so now we're just going to attach this to our layer of Misty Moonlight, which is right here, and there's no ribbon going around it. Oops, 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 don't grab yet, please. You can't have that yet. He got a little ahead of me. Okay. I wasn't ready to let it go yet, and it was ready to grab that. Okay, I have a little bit of something going on right up here. I can see, so I'm going to just tuck that under before I glue it down. There we go. Okay, not bad considering it was a little eager to get there. Okay. And now I'm going to adhere that to my card. Now on the inside of your card, I don't have a layer for it. There's no layer. You could add a layer if you wanted to. You could add 2 layers. You could add a layer of white, Misty Moonlight, and then a layer of white on top. But I think what I'm going to do is stamp down here in this corner with Misty Moonlight, because I'm going to need to use that again for my, my greeting. So we'll pull it out. Let's clean it off. Let's stamp the greeting first, because now we have an intense amount of ink at the top. And so that's what we want for our greeting. And I'm using Thank You Kindly from our set. And I'm going to stamp right in the middle, hopefully. Whoa, that came out an interesting color. That wasn't the color it was supposed to be. I think I probably had a little red still on this. Huh, okay. But we'll go with it. It's okay. It's a little reddish blue. I'm going to stamp a couple of leaves on this, just a little bit down here at the bottom, just to give it a little, and then ink again and come up at the top here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do my Misty Moonlight on the inside, and just make sure my stamp is good. I think I will check it first. It's good enough. Good enough. So I'm just going to open this up, and I'm going to give it a little stamping down here in this bottom corner. You could stamp all the way up the side if you wanted to, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's so pretty. Okay. Now, this is where, if you stamped it again and you don't re-ink it completely, then you'll end up with this all being dark, and that will be the will be a basic color, you know, but if you don't re-ink, it will be messy. Okay, so now that we've got this, we're going to, let's close these up. We're all done with these. I have enough problems getting ink on me without leaving pads open. Okay, so we're going to take our little tag here that we stamped on. And guys, if you have your own stamps that you want to use for this, you know you're welcome to do that. It's your project. Have fun with it. And then I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals. One of my favorites. Just like that. And I'm just going to go right through there. And then I have a bow that I tied with the soft succulent open weave ribbon. And I'm going to attach that with a glue dot. Just add that glue dot to the back of there and just stick that right up at the top. And there it is. I'm going to add a little bit of bling to this one. Actually, I'm going to add a lot of bling. So I want some for, I'm going to get my take your pick tool here. And my bling is getting down there. I'm running out on this in this pack. So I have 3 here. So I'm just going to put 2 little ones here because that's all I have left. I've used all of them. And then I'm going to put some middle-sized, medium-sized ones. Put one here. This is a long card. It needs lots of bling. Let's see. Let's put, whoops. Oh, I do have it. One down here. And then we have to put one in between, huh? Actually, we don't have to. You know what? No, that leaves me with 4 on my card. Can I do that? No. There. Okay. There we go. And so that is card number 2. I hope you enjoy the rest of the series. See you later.